Hello and welcome back. It's Ace Attorney. Everything's quiet and it's making me uncomfortable. So would you please... I'm here with Cass again. She didn't go away.
I died and then got resurrected, actually.
It was a thing, but it was off screen, so it didn't happen.
Yeah. Like most things in life.
Most things in life. If it didn't happen on screen, it didn't happen. How much of your life has been on screen, Cass?
A lot.
That's fair.
We're on the internet.
Alright, we're here. The prosecution is calling its witness.
Yeah. The prosecution calls the defendant Mr. Butts to the stand.
It's a great name. Chief, what do I do now?
Right. Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case.
Did you pass the bar?
You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready.
I understand that these are like jokes that happen, but you have to make them. It's a rite of passage for Ace Attorney. You have to make fun of the fact that Phoenix Wright has no idea what the fuck he's doing.
Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate.
Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad.
Excited about unfortunates?
Well, his girlfriend died, so that's
Okay.
nice. Ah! Cessation is playing Crossout!
No way!
Fans of the channel will know that. No, they won't. I never posted any of those videos.
Ahem. Mr. Butts, it is not true. Is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you?
Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Anthony. Cleopatra?
Cleopatra.
Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. Yes. What's it to you anyway?
Mr. Butts, why you...
I think I just peeked the hell out of the mic.
What you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder.
What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it lies! I don't believe a word of it!
Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
Passport added to the court record. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on August? June. July. I know when months are. The 30th. The day before the murder. At least I didn't think the other number was the month.
The 30th month of the year.
Oh. Birthdays would be real special.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe the months are just really short.
I don't know. Maybe.
Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude. No way!
The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies.
I like how it's like a proper noun. Daddies? Sugar?
Yes, older men, who gave her money and gifts.
I would know. I am one of them.
She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle.
Dude! That's a sick racket.
We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was.
Wow, what a dick.
Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right? I don't think you want him to answer that question.
Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I?
In a courtroom, are you allowed to stop him from answering that question?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not really, like, having anything to do with the case. It's just kind of like an offhand, like, well,
Well,
what do
I
you
mean,
think?
like, I think the idea is, like, to establish that, like, he would have a reason to be pissed at her.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you could stop him.
I could stop him.
I think the way, I don't frankly remember, but I think the way it's done is, like, you're just kind of like, hey, Larry, don't. But, like, subtle.
Do I
like.
want to watch Butts make a fool of himself or watch Wright make a fool of himself?
Or do you want to get him these... Oh, I've forgotten to turn the ringer off. This came up a few times in the last Rimworld episode as well, and I apologize. I forgot to turn off my ringer, and I didn't notice during the episode that it was making sounds. So if you watch that, those noises were entirely my fault, and I apologize.
Oh wait, I'll stop him from answering.
My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case.
Oof. Wince.
Yeah, how do you make a noise of wincing? Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not?
Gulp!
Well, did you or
It's a
did
pregnant
you not?
pause. Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But I'll tell you what, I definitely killed her. I mean, I didn't.
I twitched.
Uh-oh. He went. What do I do?
Have him answer honestly. You can't lie in a courtroom.
I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth.
That looks
I've forgotten to turn off the vibrations as well. I'm very sorry, my friends, of watching the video. I am what we call in the showbiz
the showbiz.
a big dum dum.
Or a butts.
Oh! Call me Larry and give me the death sentence.
Just tell the truth. A sign looks a lot like the objection sign.
He's like thinking. He's broadcasting his thoughts.
Point. That was a visual gag.
No, dude, it was. But imagine you're in this courtroom and like the defendant is just kind of like, and his attorney is just like, smack the table. Point.
He does not say anything, but he did draw attention.
Yeah, he's not. Everyone's looking at him like, Mr. Wright.
And then Butch just keeps going.
Yeah, I was there. I went. Oh, he definitely killed her. That's proof. Order. Well, Mr. Butts. Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. So, like, I didn't see her. That's his voice, by the way.
That's his voice?
Yeah.
I was making it totally different.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's like a sniveling little bitch.
Your Honor, the defendant's
By the
lying.
way, did you notice his name?
Payne.
Winston.
Winston?
What's the whole thing?
Winston Payne. Oh, he Winston.
You gotta speak up.
He Winston Payne.
Winston Payne, that's
Winston
him.
Payne. Oh, poor guy.
Lying?
The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Why didn't they question that dude first? Usually isn't that the go-to? The person that found him first?
I think... Listen, I've never been at court.
I just watch a lot of SVU.
See. Order! Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. You may call him Jeremy.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
Jeremy?
Jeremy! that was strong.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand.
Saw it.
He saw it.
He's the witness.
Oh, they trust this dude?
Well, they didn't see what we saw.
But he's like wiggling.
You never wiggle? You never gave a trustworthy little wiggle?
I don't smile like that and wiggle when I'm a witness to a murder trial.
Sorry, that's a visual gag as well.
Mr. Sod, you sell newspaper subscriptions to this. Is this correct?
Do you want to take him or shall I?
I don't know.
You don't have very many characters right now.
No, I don't. I have to figure out voice. I want to give him like a charlatan voice, like, you know, those like con man voices, but I don't actually know what that would sound like.
I would give him just like, oh yes, newspapers, yes.
Yeah.
That sort of.
Oh yes, newspapers, yes.
Ooh, he's got a rhythm to him. I like him.
Yeah. That's why they believe him.
Mr. Sod, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness testimony. The witness's account.
I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it's strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her laying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and I found myself unable to go inside.
Now, how do you know she was dead? Maybe she was just slurping up her spilled orange juice.
I mean, it's not orange. Blood orange juice.
Can you get that? Blood oranges are really good.
I never had one.
They're big and juicy.
I guess.
I love them.
Okay. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. He had the same stupid pointy hair.
Guilty. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth that you murdered her? What? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally.
Wait, how would they? How does that work?
The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
Ooh. Don't mind if I do. Ooh. Electricity to Miss Stone's apartment, building, was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day. Just her apartment.
Just hers. The apartment complex just doesn't like her, so they'll turn it off sometimes.
They just turn it off sometimes. Are they allowed to do that? Is that in her lease?
There isn't anything in her lease saying they can't do that.
I think there is in the law. I don't know. I'm not a housing law expert. Phoenix might be, which is a good thing he's doing criminal law.
Yep, because those overlap a lot.
Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination? Your Honor. I want to, really just emphasize the red words.
Yeah. All right, Wright. This is it. The real deal.
All right, right. What exactly am I supposed to do?
Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave.
Lies? What? He was lying?
Oh, boy.
I've always believed people.
Your client is innocent, right?
You're a lawyer.
Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty?
Yes.
Exclamation.
Exclamation point! Exclamation point! See, because the last exclamation point is modifying the previous one.
Yeah.
How do I prove he's not?
You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face.
Okay. First, real quick question. What is a lawyer?
Open the court record with tab, then point out contradictions in the testimony.
I think I went to the wrong building. Is this the art gallery?
Right!
Actually, my name's Jeff.
What?
I'm the witness. Jeffrey.
I thought his name was Jeremy.
Oh yeah. I forgot my own joke. So we're gonna do the cross-examination next time. 10 minutes is a lot less than an hour. Usually we record for an hour. This is going by like fast, but next time, witness account.
Boom.
We're gonna find his lies. Do you have anything you'd like to say in the outro?
No.